Sorry, guys. I am back again with Mesh on the line. I know this guy, you've been missing him a lot. Guys, welcome Mesh on Playspot. We're gonna just talk about this story which is gaining momentum right now, and it is believed that it's from the insider of Kaizer Chiefs that Vela Kumalo. He is joining Nabi and the team there on the first team of Kaizer Chiefs, and we have Mesh here on the line. How is it, brother?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
Nah, ngiyaphila mngani wami. So, uh, man, what's your first reaction on Vela Kumalo joining Kaizer Chiefs to the first team?
Uh, the, the first technical team, the first team technical team.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a much needed addition
Yeah.
to the direction that the team needs to take because there's been moments where we could see that okay, Nabi struggling with this, Nabi struggling with that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm.
So I think that it's a great moment and it's a great initiation by the team to see that okay the coaching staff does need a South African brain, to help them elevate in terms of their preparation for games, in terms of their game management as well, and also in terms of how to use certain players. There are certain players that need to be used a different way, and this guy Kumalo, the good thing about him is that the new inclusion of these players that have come,
Mm-hmm.
they were all under his they were all under his they were all under his leadership, when he was the coach of the DDC team.
Mm-hmm.
So the new talent also that has been able to come up, is also coming from the hand of Vela Kumalo. The same goes for even Abo Mfundo Vilagazi.
Mm-hmm.
They all fall under him because he was the TDC coach also then.
Yes. Yes.
So again, the team now seems like to have found that identity in terms of style of play and all of these things. So I think that it comes at a good time where he can advise very well, as to, okay, this player, Mwesa, he's like this, he's like that. Or this player, Duba, he's like this, he's like that. For games like this, you need to play like this. For games like that, you need to, use this guy's talents and whatever. So, yeah, to get that brain that understands local football or at least has an idea, I think that's a great initiative by the team.
Yes. So, you think that as they brought him to the senior squad, his impact is just to what do you call it, to connect with coaches, telling actually advising him and understanding of South African football.
Um, a little bit more than that, because the first time when this story broke out, it was said that he would take the team for training. He himself would take
Okay.
the team for training.
Okay. So can I?
Um,
Okay, fine. Go quiet.
he would take the team for training, he himself, and then what he would then do is that Nabi would allow him space to train the team, during the week, and then it was said that he would train the team, but he won't be available in the stands. He won't be available on the stands. But
Actually,
now,
he'll be a man
um,
working behind the scene.
yes, working behind the scene. And when you look at the pattern of play that the team is playing, it's slowly, if you look, it's slowly getting to that one, similar to the DDC one.
Mm-hmm.
Because the DDC has that identity. They have that the way of playing that, we know that okay, this is how the boys play. So I think now having somebody that can reinforce that identity, that style of play, that source man from the Chiefs that we know, I think it will aid the team in such a great thing. And this will also mean some of the draws that we have drawn because maybe Nabi took long with substitutions or he misused players or things like that. I think some of those things can be eliminated.
Mm. Mesh, there is a comment which I posted this video like this yesterday when I was telling them that Vela Kumaro might be joining Kaizer Chiefs as in a team, and right now there is some comments. Some of them they're saying he's actually good, but some of them. Let me just talk about guys who went negative with this guy. You understand? So
Hmm.
somebody saying that Stumisani saying that senior team is not DDC Vela team. Vela Kumalo is good at Vela teams. You understand?
Mm.
So that is someone is saying that.
Yeah, but that person also needs to understand that there's no individual who's working hard to remain in one position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so as a coach himself, yeah, Navena, there's a reason why he took the under 23s, I believe, for the national team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a reason why he took that post in Bafana to coach the youth. You know, there's a reason why that he should also take the post to be behind the scenes because he's also going to learn from Nabi.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Nabi learning from him only. He's also learning from the guys that are already there. He's also going to learn. He's also going to improve himself. So there's no coach that we can necessarily say is a good coach because of DDC, you
Yes.
know, and there's no coach that we can necessarily say is a bad coach because of DDC,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
The very same Dylan Shepard that could not put together a starting lineup, games, all those things under the assistants. I mean, when he was assistant to both both Atazwane and Ntseki, right? He went on to win the DDC league title,
Yes.
right? So does that mean now he is good? Now he needs to come into the setup? No, it doesn't mean that, right? He
Mm-hmm.
also, as an individual, still needs to improve. He still needs to, come to the party in terms of experience. He needs to improve in terms of player management, you know, all those things. So those are some of the things that we need to look at, you know, and not just look at the individual and their results. Because if we're saying that the person is not good because based on the DDC results, and we say that no, DDC is DDC, but senior team is different, it's we were not allowing him room to improve. The reason why we have DDC coaches is for this exact reason. They're supposed to learn from those that are senior than to them, so that they can hold the team in
Mm-hmm.
future,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this person is not fully understanding the idea that the team has
Yes.
in terms of how to progress. You know, they don't just want to have players lingering in the DDC in the development, but they also want coaches, you know, to also come from the development. So I think that this is an opportunity, a great opportunity for Vela to grow. You
Yes.
know, it's a great opportunity. It's the same with the Bafana. I mean, with the national team, the youth national team. Also, it was a great gig for him to learn, to travel, to see different styles, you know, to be in the action.
Yes.
So this will also serve him right in terms of him as an individual to go forward.
Yes.
Is he good? Is he bad? I think he's good because he instilled so much identity in the DDC. I can safely say that um, Abohlongwane Laba, all these guys, they're his boys. You know,
Mm.
they're all his boys. He's the one that
Abumdamane,
brought them.
you understand?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
So yeah, man.
there's a lot of
We,
players which were cooked by this guy, to be honest, and they are playing in other teams,
you,
big teams, bruh. So,
you
uh,
see,
let me just talk about this guy also. I think it's Jumisani saying that Vela Kumalo is going to be Nabi's replacement. Nizoti Angasho. What
he's gonna be what?
he said Vela Kumalo is going to be Nabi's replacement. Nizoti Ngasho.
Yes, you know, and it is something that the team has always said. I don't think we are aware. Remember, with Atazwan, it was the same thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I
We
think
take
it,
somebody with experience.
you know what, you know why I'm saying this, bro, why I'm giving you this comment.
Mm,
I think it has a lot of
mm.
debate on it, and it might come also as a surprise. And this guy to his son, I don't know how did he think about it, but I know that mesh you can also unpack it. How actually, how can we actually solve this one? Because I was not able even to respond to this guy.
Yeah, no, man. I think that's how the team. That's the direction the team wants to take. The team wants to develop players. The team also wants to develop coaches. That's why Atazwane also was in the setup for so many years. Look, Atazwane now, he's a man on his own. He can stand on his own, and now he's got jobs elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and there are many other coaches that are also going to go through this. What the team wants to do is we get someone, we develop a coach. After developing a coach, the coach has the identity and all those things, and then we remain with the coach until it's time.
Yes.
Now, the only way you can do that is if you put him in the setup and let him learn from Nabi, so that when Nabi's contract finishes and you need an interim coach, or maybe Nabi decides to leave, or there's some changes in the coaching, you need an interim coach. But you cannot make the mistake we did with Zwane, where the guy becomes an interim coach or the guy becomes a senior team coach, but it's his first time in the setup of a first team. Had Atazwane went from DDC to Amazulu to somewhere in the national team to what, it's much better. And then later coming on to become a Chiefs coach. But where he started was just too high, and the pressure there was just too much. So I think that giving Vela Kumalo that opportunity to also just grow as a coach, we can see another story of Rulani. We can see another story of we can see another story of some of these guys that have also come from the ranks.
But did you think that if he can do better with the Kaizer Chiefs, he might end up being a head coach?
I mean, I don't cancel out him being a head coach. I do believe that the way Chiefs are doing things, I'm looking at how Chiefs wants to do things. Not how people wish or like qualifications and all of that. The team, has been on a trajectory of developing its own players, doing this for itself. You understand what I'm saying? So I think they will take the same direction also with the coaches. They are going to develop their own coaches.
Yes. I know. I think you already
They're
answered
going
on
to
this.
do that.
Yes. So I heard you talking about Durban City, the newly promoted team to PSL. Ngizwa ngathi bayasayina labajita abadlali.
Yeah, I think for a newly promoted team, they're doing very well. And I think Kevin Hunt, is showing that experience, and he's giving the heads up to the management to say that, look, man, if you want to survive, you need to do this. So I don't know how they're going to play. I don't know how the team is going to be, but I think it's very good for the team to have such quality players. Domingo, they got the top goal scorer, I think, from Botswana. So they've done a lot. A lot of they've done a lot of signing, and also it seems like they have a relationship with Pirates, because they also got Mariko and Goodman. So I think that that's the way to do it, as these newly promoted teams. And no, sorry, man, I'm confusing cheaper with
You're confusing cheaper with Durban City.
Yes. But the point I'm trying to make is that what they've done with signing those players, Domingo, Notata, I believe, yes, Notata as well. So I think what they've done is they've put in that little bit of stability, in experience. So I think they've done that for themselves.
Yes. So going to this story, man, of Clement Mziza, we had Kaizer Chiefs, they actually rejoined their interest. What do you call? They want Clement Mziza again. They renew their interest to sign this striker from Young Africans, and I heard that there is also a team from from Saudi Arabia, and also Zamalek is also included to sign this young man. This is only 21 years of old, and I heard Nabi saying that he need this guy, and we still remember that we've been talking about this guy. So I wanted to ask you, do you think Kaizer Chiefs should push so hard to get this guy, because he also said that he wanted a team which is participating in CAF. So Kaizer Chiefs is there in CAF Confederation, bro.
Yeah, Ash, man. Every time there's these top players, and
I know, I understand, bro.
yeah, and there's competition, especially financial competition from other leagues, other teams. I always feel like how can I put it? I just always feel like the player himself needs to really want to play for Chiefs. So much so that they're willing to take not the better deal out of the three maybe that are offered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because most likely, Chiefs will not come with the best or better deal. Maybe they can come with a better deal for the player, but I'm not sure for the club. Maybe they can pay the player really well in terms of salary, but I'm not sure if the exchange between the club to club agreement can easily be reached.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think the club to club agreements they're always going to be a problem
Yes.
as it stands right now.
Yes. So, as you are saying, club to club deal can be a problem. And I remember that there is a comment which I read on Facebook was saying that guys wake up. I think it was written, guys wake up. Kaizer Chiefs. Um, you are saying that teams in SA they don't want to sell us players. So, do you mean also in teams in Tanzania they have a problem with us like Salam right now? We can't sign him, but we've been targeting him. Is this the same issue which we are having, that we're also hated by a team from Tanzania as it is happening in PSL? I don't know if it makes sense to you.
No, it makes perfect sense, but I think also at the same time, if 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 Salum is to move to Simba, right,
Yeah.
the prices will not be the same as what was asked of Chiefs.
Okay.
And I also think that Chiefs is using themselves as a brand to say that, look, guys, when you compare the league in PSL and the league in Tanzania, it's different.
Yes.
And then they say, you find Azam says, okay, yes, we do understand the league and whatever is different, but this guy is a quality player. They say, okay, fine, he's a quality player, we do understand, but we can only give you this much,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, this player is a proven player, national team, CAF competition, all those things. Okay, fine, he's a proven player. Why can't Chiefs just break the bank?
Yes.
Because they are not willing to let go of that brand approach, to say
Yes.
that the player needs to really want to play for the team,
Mm.
not us really wanting this player so bad that
Mm.
we get the player, then you don't get the results.
Yes.
So yes, there isn't the hate from Tanzania or whatever for Chiefs, but there is disagreements. You
Yes.
find that Chiefs can say no, but your league is a lower league. How can you be making up such prices? And then you find Azam can be saying, but you guys, you come from a lucrative league. Why can't you pay this amount?
Yeah.
So I think those are just some of the club, like we say, club to club. We're
Yes.
not
Yes.
player. You find the player. It's like with Pasadine. Pasadine. Yes, in terms of how much Chiefs was wanted to pay him, it was good. But how much Chiefs wanted to pay Stellenbosch was different.
It was different, bro.
Yes. If Stellenbosch says 126 million, and then you're like, Ish, this guy's not worth 26. How about 16?
Oh, you are now.
The club
Oh,
does not
yeah,
agree now.
yeah, yeah. I understand. I
And
understand.
then now, and then they say, okay, but Pasadine, how much are you getting? Let's say Pasadine's like, I'm getting 150,000. Okay, we'll pay you 300,000. We'll double it. Or we'll pay you 200,000 or
Mm.
250,000. And then it's a good deal for him, right?
Yeah.
And then, but with the clubs, it's not a good deal. And then you find Sundowns, they come, they say, okay, 26 million is too much. Can we give you 20 million maybe? And then club to club, they agree. And then
Mm-hmm.
now with Pasadena, you find that his salary, maybe they're giving him 200,000 or maybe they're giving him 250.
Yeah.
But then Chiefs would have probably given him 300,000, 350,
Mm-hmm.
because they see him as a marquee signing.
Mm-hmm.
So you find for the player, the deal was better for Chiefs. The Chiefs deal was better for the player.
For the
But for
player
club to club,
was
you
not.
find that there is movement, yes. So it's the same thing also with Salum and so many other things. That's why I say that with finances, man, and top teams and top players, I always believe that it's always going to be difficult for Chiefs because of their approach in transfers.
Yes. Yes. So I think I already put that statement on the screen. To those who wouldn't see this one, I think it says a lot. I can read it for you. It's saying Faseo Salem and Tebuko Mokwena a level talent was valuable for 19 million. They are actually, you are saying they are Salom and Tebuko, they are actually on talent level, they are equal. And you are saying he
Mm.
was available for 9 million and still available. And we offer the Tanzanian only 4 million and expect them to sell the best midfielder in Tanzania low. The gimmick that PSL teams do not want to sell us is outdated because does teams from Tanzania also have problem with Chiefs? You understand? And they said
Yeah,
Stellenbosch FC used to sell us players. We signed Dotley from Cape Town Spurs, yet we must believe they hate us. We destroy relationship with PSL clubs and fans come out gun blazing to defend the club. The management is using your love for the team and manipulate you into defending nonsense every transfer window. We must look at the common denominator here, and it's Kaizer Chiefs. And I know there are some people who are immune to the truth, so the insults on the comments are expected, and then blah 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 blah. You understand? So I think that's what he said, bro.
yeah, look, it's understandable what he's saying, but again, this is something that the team has always spoken about.
Yeah.
Sometimes these guys they make it seem like the team does not address these issues. The team did address these issues. The team said that, look, there's no player in the country that we cannot afford,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but we need to place proper value on those teams. You can't just now, as Basadin, be worth 26 million. You've never won a league. You've done nothing. The only thing that you've done is just you've been on form, and then boom, you're 26 million. You understand?
The
It doesn't
value of
work
the
like
player
that.
actually Kaizer Chiefs don't
Understandable.
agree sometimes.
Yes. So what this guy is saying is that we must just accept that they're saying is worth 26 million, or just accept that 26 million. You remember with Letoalo from Royal AM,
Yeah.
they said the guy is worth 30 million. Royal AM has achieved nothing, for any player of theirs to be worth 30 million,
And it's no longer
right?
even here in
But
PSL, man.
you understand what I'm saying? And look at Cape Town Spurs as well. Where's Cape Town Spurs as well? Refusing to sell. Where's Cape Town City refusing to sell to Chiefs?
I
You
think
know,
Kaizer Chiefs they don't want to do a risky business.
yes, so people want Chiefs to be spending like Sundowns, and that's not that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense, especially when your money comes from football, like the core of football. It doesn't make sense for you to blow so much money on a player that will not give you the results that you need. So I think that their approach is understandable on my end. I think that I get their approach, and they've said this before, to say that, look, our players, we know the value that they carry. The
Mm-hmm.
transfer market puts a value on the players, but then these guys, they make these things exponential. It's the same now with Saloon. Yes, there's no excuse for Chiefs not being able to get Saloon, but again, look at their approach. They're saying, no, look, your league is lower than our league,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so we're offering you this much because this is what we believe the player is worth. And then the team has its own idea on how much the player is worth,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So we cannot now just go with the trend of just paying for whatever. The team
Mm-hmm.
said we're struggling to sign players this side because people want, crazy amounts and all of these things. And look at all the players that are expensive. All the players that are expensive are the ones that are linked to Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
There's no player that's just expensive and then is not linked to Chiefs. Every player that's expensive is linked to Chiefs.
It's not because
So they,
Kaizer Chiefs maybe they have a lot of money.
yeah, they want the team to just spend and blow and all of these things, but it needs to make business sense.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody cannot be on the transfer market worth 3 million or worth 7 million, and then that player, the team is telling you the player's worth 30 million. You sign Pasadine now for 26 million. I can guarantee you Chiefs is not winning the league just for signing Pasadine only. It needs to make sense.
Yeah.
Sundowns, they signing big players and all of these things because They've tried it, right? They've tried it with South African talent only. Now they went to South America to get better talent also there, and now they're blowing more money on those players. Why? Because they've got a goal that they want to achieve. But they've signed all these players for 60 million, 70 million, whatever, and KEF is still not there because that's what they really, really want. Because they've already conquered the league with South African players. They've already conquered the league with South African talent in coaches, players, and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So now what they're doing is that they wanted to conquer Africa, and they felt like they need to spend more. They did spend more, and it did not yield results.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So sometimes people need to understand, how teams are moving.
Yes.
The
True.
reason why now you look at all the signings, they are all South African signings, but they are playing outside of South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
How come then we can strike deals with teams from overseas, but we cannot strike deals with teams from here?
Yeah, that's a big question. That's a big question.
Yes. How come the European teams can accept that money, but we cannot accept? The teams this side are not willing to accept the money that's being offered, because the PSL teams, they don't have a plan, right? Their only plan is to sell the player. You look at SuperSport. SuperSport didn't have a plan to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Their plan to make money was to sell players, and that strategy, it has a point where it ends. There comes a time where it defeats. Like, the only time you make money is when you sell Tebogo Mokoena, Williams, all these guys. Sundowns paid big money for those players.
they
Where is SuperSport
they
today?
really paid big money for those players, because I still remember, I
Where is
think
SuperSport
Mokoena
today?
coming with 20 something, and also Williams
You
20
see?
something. So
But where is SuperSport today?
Ish, brah.
You understand? Where is SuperSport today? So all these things that fans sometimes they just want a shortcut, into doing something. Some of these things, they're not sustainable. There's a way of running a team, and if the team feels that, look, we cannot go over budget, we're going to put ourselves in trouble here financially, whatever. Why don't we believe them? Why do we want to do things our way just because we're seeing Sundowns doing things a different way? Look at Pirates. Pirates is not spending like Sundowns, but they're getting the players. Then how is Pirates getting the players if Pirates, we believe, does not have more money than Chiefs? Don't you think that Pirates also offers similar to Chiefs? Don't you think Pirates, if they say a player is 10 million, don't you think Pirates will be like, okay, give us this player for 6 million, 7 million? Pirates also do that. They also negotiate down.
That's true.
Yet they're able to get the players.
So what?
So it's not a matter. It's not a matter of matching what the other teams require. It's just a matter of club to club. There needs to be an agreement, and we won't find you will not find a club to club agreement with a Cape Town Spurs that's lingering, relegation zone, and then they're like, okay, the only way we can make money, we failed top 8, we failed Culling Black Label, we failed. The only money we've been making is through the grant that we get from the PSL. We're not selling tickets at the stadium. Our games are empty, all those things. We're not selling shirts. We barely functioning as a football club. We're literally relying on the grant from the PSL. What is your escape? Your escape will be, okay, if there's a player that pops up and becomes a big hit, I must sell that player for as much money as possible. That's not proper negotiating. That's not proper negotiating.
So, Mesh, with your understanding, as you compared Kaizer Chiefs and Royal Pirates, that Royal Pirates, they even doesn't have that money Kaizer Chiefs they have, but they are able to get those players like Abo Mbochuma and kind of Nyabegi Sabo now Apolis.
Yes.
What makes Chiefs to miss actually those players like that?
Again, it all comes back to the club to club agreement.
Yes.
I think that at the end of the day, Chiefs also uses their brand to say that, look, the player wants to come play for us. The player is interested in playing for us, but we are not going to give you what you want. This is how much we can give you. But then you know that Chiefs can pay for that, but they don't want to pay for it. What then happens? Then it becomes a thing of these guys, they don't respect or value our player.
Mm.
And you are Pasadena. Stellenbosch groomed you. They did well for you. All of those things. You won't leave with a bad taste on the mouth.
Yes, I know, Mesh. I think you are behind the time, bruh. I really appreciate your time. It's already 30 minutes busy with this live stream, and I really appreciate those who actually pull up on this video. Guys, 152 concurrent viewers. More likes, guys. Only 23 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. More likes for Mesh. Mesh, wanna thank you for your time, bruh, to appear on Playspot and try to answer what is mind actually when we are talking about this guy joining what do you call the first team coaching department, and also what makes Kaizer Chiefs to stuck on transfer market, and actually what Kaizer Chiefs they are looking into, and also what system they want to use other than using maybe system of Sundowns or Orlando Pirates. I really appreciate it, bro, for your time.
Thank you, Mullah. Thank you very
I
much.
hope everybody is educated now. How you break it down, bro?
Yes, hopefully we can all share bread, man, and just show each other, because there's what we wish that the teams, our teams will do,
Hmm.
and then there's what the teams say they will do,
I don't
you
even
know.
think that
And
I don't even think that Mamelodi Sundowns fans they were wishing that they could sell Trubero. They didn't see this one coming, but it's happening.
yeah, it just keeps
You
happening,
know
my
why I'm
brother.
saying that? Because you say that what we wish, team doesn't do what we wish actually.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, bro. Thank you very much.
thank you, brother.